Nexo is quoted through the file as writing that, "We continue to be committed to imparting the lenders the most favorable restoration direction forward." Nexo has decided to proceed to work for the gain of the lenders. Meanwhile, Nexo introduced before this month that it would be leaving the United States, as the enterprise was once unable to attain a settlement with the regulators. It would be phasing out its merchandise and services in the USA in a gradual and orderly trend over the coming months, it said. Bloomberg knows as this choice a stumbling block to an agreement between the two lenders, as Vauld cited it would depart greater than 40% of its U.S. clients accept full get entry to the advantages of the acquisition. It similarly claimed that Nexo no longer supplies a reply to questions about this issue. The doable deal between the two agencies used to be published lower back in July this year. Vault CEO Darshan Bathija introduced that the lender had signed an indicative time period sheet with Nexo to purchase up to 100% of Vault. As suggested in July, after laying off 30% of its body of workers the preceding month, Vault suspended all withdrawals, deposits, and buying and selling, citing financial challenges amid lingering bitter market conditions. It then employed advisors to appear into a practicable restructuring. Vault has a cutoff date of January 20 to current its restructuring plan. That identical month, it stated that its felony counselor filed a software in the Singapore courts on behalf of its subsidiary DEFI Payments, to are seeking a moratorium order for a length of 6 months, which would limit any court cases against the company. This was once finished as to provide DEFI Payments and the Vauld administration the respiratory house it requires to put together for the meant restructuring for the gain of all stakeholders, it stated. At the time, Vauld, which used to be situated in 2018, reportedly had belongings really worth around $330 million and liabilities well worth about $400 million. Nexo has not given up on its attempt to save Vauld. This is what happened. There is no deal yet in the acquisition talks between crypto lender Nexo and its rival Vauld, whilst the latter has much less than a month to current a restructuring sketch to creditors. That said, there are contradicting facts coming from the two sides. Several information retailers have pronounced that the deal has been terminated altogether, although it stays uncertain by using whom, how, or when. The Equal Reviews noted, however, that Nexo reportedly noted that the talks are nonetheless ongoing. In a quick announcement for CryptoNews.com, the Singapore-based stricken crypto lender Vauld stated that, to supply a very short summary, our discussions with Nexo have sadly no longer come to fruition. Per a Bloomberg report, Vauld stated the equal issue in an electronic mail to lenders on Monday. While it can also mean so, this does now not always imply that the whole deal is off, leaving the trouble unclear. CryptoNews.com reached out to Vault and Nexo for similar clarification, however did now not acquire a reply by means of the publishing time. Nexo's co-founder and managing partner, Kalen Mito DF, instructed CryptoNews.com that, Nexo has now not given up on its try to store Vault and assist its lenders to get better the most viable platform funds. However, as an enterprise chief, we are dissatisfied to see a handful of humans with self-serving agendas making an attempt to hijack the narrative and bar the lenders from making their fantastic decision. We had been hoping that the terrible actors have normally departed the blockchain space. However, it is apparent that, as a community, we nevertheless have work to do. Meanwhile, Bloomberg wrote, Nexo stated that it had submitted a revised concept for the acquisition to Vauld on December 2, however, additionally wrote in a letter to Vauld lenders that there had been challenges throughout these 5 months of talks, inclusive of defamation and the unfold of misinformation on social media.